So I take it you're going to fill this whole thing with flat rock?
And, yeah, flat rock and dirt, and there's some really cool, they call it not flagstone, but it just chips real easy, and there's small pieces. I'm going to fill up the buckets, and that'll be the fill, kind of like purchasing lava rocks or pea gravel or decomposed granite. It's small enough, and it'll give a nice filler in between where the rocks are. So all these rocks I carried down by myself, hauled them down, found them, and we got to get some more. So you can see the difference in the thin, which are on the side, which build the wall, and then the ones that I'm using for a stepping area.
So we haven't given y'all much of a shot of the cabin. I'm going to try to get down. This is the front of the cabin. It's a rock cabin. This is our front porch, and it's built on a terrace where Nikki is trying to rebuild the terrace up. This has been kind of neglected for years, and we're trying to restore it and get it back to its original condition.
We don't have a Lowe's to run to.
Yeah, there's no Lowe's or all these rocks are of
from the land
of natural origin. They're native rocks. The whole cabin is built by native rocks to this area. So we're still trying to situate everything, but it's a work in progress, and we're progressing daily between chores, between
beautification,
things that come up that like weather that you just absolutely don't have any control over, that you got to respond to immediately. But she's been working on this for a few days now, trying to get that all nice and situated. But the ultimate goal is to rebuild this entire terrace to where it looks like it was originally.
Cozy cottage. Do you get a picture of the flower?
Yeah, and we got flowers growing here.
Those are daffodils, and there's tulips coming up too.
So as you can see, I'll try to go down a little bit further. This wall here collapsed. This is another level.
That's my next project.
We need to rebuild this wall, because without that wall structure there, when it rains or when it snows, this erodes and everything goes downhill. So working on it. That's, like I said, that again, there's the cabin from a frontal view. I don't know if you can see it much, but it's a nice sunny day, and we're just out here messing around. It's Sunday, and we don't have a whole lot to do today. Waiting on some material for the chicken coop so we can finish the roof. But other than that, rebuilding this wall structure, this terrace structure here, is gonna be something that's gonna need to be done. Otherwise, everything will end up sliding down this hill into the valley, which I haven't made my way down to yet, or we haven't made our way down to yet. But you can hear the water running down there. There is a creek, or it's a small stream. It's a snow melt that gets pretty active right about this time of year, and that's where our water source comes from. That's where we get all our water that we need for gardening and consumption and cooking, bathing, all that stuff. But beautiful day out here. I'm gonna try to get back up there without falling. So you can see I gotta.
You need some help, big man?
Walk back up here. And I'll give you a side view of the cabin. This is give you a little tour of the cabin and what we've got going on here. Of course, this is our door. We do have to lock it. There are bears in the area. So we do have to lock it at night because bears will come in and try to eat our food. This is the side of the cabin. And if you can see the way the cabin is built, it's built into the side of the cliff. So the actual back wall of this cabin is a cliff. So the cabin is actually built into the earth. So this is the back of the cabin. I've got some storage stuff back here, but that's just the back wall of the cabin. This is the side, or the west side of the cabin, which, as you can see, it's built into the earth. And then we'll go down here. Bear-proof windows. And we're back to the front. Which, this is the front of the cabin. And this is where Nikki is continuing to work on an area so that we can come out here and relax and sit. And I'm going to give you a tour of the inside of the cabin. Hopefully there's enough light. This is our sink. We do have a Berkey water filtration system that works excellent. We've got food storage down here. We've got meat, ground beef that Nikki canned from Arrowhead Beef back in Texas. And then we've got our honey and different things. We've got bulk items here. We've got raisins, almonds, dog food, oats, and of course a fire extinguisher because things can get out of hand here quickly. This is one of the cooking surfaces that we have here available for us to use. Of course, the door is off of it right now, but this is a cast iron top with its burners. Down here we have the oven component, and here we got the firebox, and then we also have the wood stove that is connected to that with the ventilation up the stack pipe. We've got all our cast iron cookware, and the beams on the inside of this more cast iron. The beams on the inside of this cabin offer all the support, so we can also continue to put shelving up there or other items. But that's some storage there. That's my makeshift solar inverter system with my battery system that I have up here. I do have a battery system up here that I wired up and got the solar panels up on the roof. So we do have 2,000 watts of electricity if we need it, but really don't need it. Haven't had to use it yet, other than run the computer and coffee grinder. And then we got some more storage up here, animal boxes, stuff like that for our protection. We got a shelf back here for our clothing, and this is also part of the actual part of the cliff as well too. This white painted surface here. This is part of the cliff that was incorporated into the cabin. And of course, here's our bed and the view outside. So the cabin's not very large. This is our coat rack. Of course, we got plants. Place is very small, but we still have plants in here. Got to have the plants. This is just a coat rack, and this is our backup quick cook system. I've got the propane camp stove in here that we use to heat up water. I used the toolbox, a chest type toolbox for all our utensils and all the things that we need for cooking. It makes for a nice portable durable cabinet area. So we use this in our tiny area back in Texas where we were living, but I had built a different cooktop for it. And then of course we've got our stack of wood here, Kaya's little bed, and she's just chilling out right now. And of course under the bed we do keep a lot of things under bed because things are limited. Space is very limited. More protection there. Got to have that. And just an overall view of what we see every day, the cabin, where we have to walk around, what we have to do. And then last but not least, we have our food locker. And once again, I like using the metal food locker, and we bought these metal hooks, these magnetic hooks, and they hold quite a bit, so we can just stick things through there. But we've got our food locker system here, so we've got all our food here, everything we need to survive. And then of course you get storage on top. But the way we've kind of set it up is based on the amount of room that we have to deal with. I mean, you don't have a whole lot of room, so you got to get kind of creative. But really, we cook in here, we sleep in here, and we kind of hang out a little bit. Here's our makeshift clothesline. We have 2 clotheslines, and we're back outside. But just so you know where we're living, how we're living, we do have everything we need here. We do have beautiful weather today. We have each other, so that's most important. But
we do.
We're gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of this day until the wind gets too cold to be out here, because once that sun drops behind the mountains, it gets cold pretty quick. But hope you enjoyed the tour. I didn't get to show you. We went to the grocery store and we stocked up on essentials. And our grocery store consists of our storage locker, where we have about year and a half supply of food. But this is our food prep area where we prep food. So we've got everything we need. We're doing good. We're comfortable. These light bulbs here, I didn't get to show you these light bulbs. We got 2 light bulbs that run off the solar panels, and they're 12-volt light bulbs. Got a little switch here that you just use to turn them on. They're actually 12-volt light bulbs, which I don't have to use an inverter to run those bulbs. I can just use the solar charging unit to run those light bulbs, and we get all the light we need. I mean, we've had nothing but sunny days. We got to, we use the computer to fire up the inverter to fire up the computer, which we use to send out workouts to our clients back in Texas, who we write workouts for, and then we get to email them. But like I said, we have everything we need. We get to play in the dirt. We get to
that makes me happy.
hang out outside and just do all the things that people wish they had time to do regularly on a daily basis without having to worry about the stresses of utility bills and rent and insurances and all kinds of other things that are required to either live in the mainstream on-grid society. So hope you enjoyed the tour. Like to hear from you guys. If you see anything that you have any questions about, or our solar panels, or our cooking system, or our food storage system, or
what the hell we're eating.
you know, what we eat, how we eat, where's our refrigerator, what do we do for our refrigerator? Actually, our refrigerator's right there. We can leave that ice cooler under that tree all day long and never put ice in it, and our food stays nice and cool.
It's getting hot.
Yeah. Sun's out, guns out. So, all right. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. We're going to play around here in the dirt a little bit more, and maybe go pick up some rocks
Yes.
somewhere else off the land, and get some rocks that actually fit in that puzzle that she's putting together. So
I like puzzles. It's Tetris.
all right, we'll talk to y'all later. Take care.